Welcome to Mavericks of Senior Living. We're doing something super fun today. We are coming at you live. We're in Denver, but live from AG Rhodes, talking about Generation Connect.
And where is AG Rhodes, though? Let's let them know. It's not Atlanta.
Yes,
that's right.
yes.
It's not close.
And we have some live interviews with some older adults and some young folks who have spent the entire week together, and we can't wait to dive in here. So,
all right, let's bring them on right now. We're not going to wait any longer.
Hi. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us. And Kim, can you just give a little background on what you did this week?
Hey everybody, this is Kim Beasley with AG Rhodes, and I, along with our partner Pebble Tossers, have had an amazing week this week with Generation Connect 2023, and it's been a week-long camp experience with teenagers and residents here at our AG Rhodes Atlanta home, and we have done everything from virtual dementia tours to mural painting to a field trip to Mercedes-Benz Stadium yesterday. We're doing a cookout today. We have done horticultural therapy. We've played bingo. We've played Uno and cornhole and have just had an amazing time connecting. They've learned a lot from each other this week. We have all, I think, agreed that we all have more in common than we think, and that whether you are a teenager or you're an older adult, life is full of life and fun.
Yeah, that's so powerful. It's fantastic, because I think that's always been the disconnect, is that we're not similar. We have some differences.
Yeah, or we feel like, oh, I don't have anything in common with somebody from a different generation. But, well, let's dive in. Thank you, Kim, for that. Thank you so much. And we have two amazing ladies here with us. We have Yvette and Abby. Say hello to our audience.
Hello.
All right. Thanks for joining us today. Hey, tell us about your week.
Woo! It's been exciting, and it was such a change of pace for me here, and I love Abby. We connected immediately. That's think cool. So. I don't know what Abby says.
We knew immediately. We want to be like.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, that is fantastic. Cool. So, what did you love about it?
What did I love
about the week? Yeah.
Oh, I love the interaction with the young people and just learning about them, trying to impart a little bit of what I think I know. And it was fun. We had a painting, a mural.
Okay.
And it was exciting for us to work on the panel. I loved that. Even though I don't consider myself a painter, we were painting and talking, and I enjoyed that activity. And then we potted with the horticultural person here, Kirk.
Wow.
Each of us potted a plant.
Well, you potted 4.
Yeah, we were doing succulents, and I think I put 4 or 5.
You put 4 in one pot.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, that's so neat. So you have
awesome.
A green thumb.
Well, I guess if it doesn't die. But people have always told me I have a green thumb.
Oh, that's awesome.
As far as we know.
I do like working, getting my hands in the soil and being on, hands and knees into the ground. So
that's awesome. That's so cool.
That. Yes.
And Abby, what kind of, where's your motivation to do this? This is really powerful, and I think it's fantastic.
My mom, because Kim Beasley's my mom, so I've just always been I've always come to the nursing homes, every once in a while I'd come with her to work, and so
okay.
working with not really working, but just being here, and it's never a bad experience. It's never a bad thing to be here, it's and I feel like being here, for this camp specifically, really going into the details of what it's like to live here. It's it's fun, it's a good thing. It doesn't, nursing homes don't have to be a bad thing.
Well said.
Yeah.
And what did you learn about yourself, Abby, and about Evelyn?
Yvette.
coffee. I haven't had my coffee really. I've had 2 sips. I apologize. What did you learn about Yvette and what did you learn about yourself?
Well, we have more in common. Like, you know, I feel like, especially, you know, kids my age, we tend to think that like anyone, like people like my grandparents' age or like my parents' age, like anyone older than that, we have like nothing in common. You know, we can't really get along. It's like, oh, they're just so different. They're so old or whatever. But like, it doesn't have to be like that, you know? Like, I feel like when you just sit down and talk with someone, you can find something in common.
And do you feel like you got into more conversation than just sort of that high level chit chat sort of conversation? That's what I find when I'm with a generation that I'm not sure I have anything in common with. You end up at that really high level chit chat. Did you get into more deeper conversations with each other?
We went into some, like, just, you know, what it means to get older. Not necessarily like big, long conversations about it, because we didn't really have time to do that. But like, you know, what it means to get older, what it, like, it's different for everyone, I think. But like,
Yeah.
yeah.
There was never a dull moment.
Yeah.
And I think that's what is important though here is that there's still things fun that can be had. I think you said it really well, Abby, is that it doesn't have to have a negative term, right? Nursing home. There's a lot of life and joy and things that are fun and that can be fun and it should be fun.
Yeah, it sounds like you had a fantastic week. What would each of you say to our audience before we transition to the next pair to come in? What would each of you say to our audience that you want them to know that would invite them to participate in something like this in the future?
I say, like, advice, you know, like,
Yeah.
I guess a good tip for advice, if you want to do anything like this, like volunteering as a job or like a summer camp, it's important to like look at yourself, you know, because one of the big things we talked about, like as the whole summer camp talked about, was like ageism and ableism, like thinking like, oh, because this person, like, you know, ageism, like, oh, because this person's old, they can't do anything fun, which obviously isn't true. You know, we can go on field trips, we can have barbecues, we can paint, we can plant. And ableism, like, oh, just because this person is in a wheelchair doesn't mean they can't do anything fun. But like, we did all
Right.
those things with most of them being in wheelchairs.
That's powerful. That's
yeah.
really well said, Abby. That's really well said. And Yvette, what's your thoughts?
Well, what I would say to older people, such as myself and even older, is that you do have to take the opportunity to get to know the young people. This group of teenagers, day one, I went all around telling folk that I was just amazed that they can speak English. Grammar is great. That they are the most respectful. They were the most respectful group of kids. Very helpful, and because people have this stereotype about the teenagers.
Yeah.
That is not every teenager. So you have to step out there. Be willing to step out there and give it a chance and see. And today we played Uno.
Okay.
And I think that about 5 generations were at our table.
Oh, how fun.
Young people play it quite differently. And I was trying to encourage some of my peers, let's get with the new way. That's
interesting. Yeah.
That's what keeps you going. You can't just stay stuck somewhere.
Right.
So
I want older people to get out of the, you know, the stereotype of what they have about kids and get to know them and get to know that we have a lot in common.
Right.
That's so beautiful. Thank you, Yvette.
You're welcome.
And thank you, Abby. And I think we're ready for the next pair. And as we transition, we'll show some photos from the event.
For the week.
Yes. So Kim, if you want to bring in the next group.
Put them off real quick.
All right.
Well, I think what's powerful is the ableism and ageism that Abby brought up before.
Yeah.
And here's some photos of some things that they were doing. A little bit of cornhole.
Yep.
Right? This is some part of that dementia experience, right? We talk about it, but it's the gloves and the glasses, so they get that feel of what it's like.
Yeah.
A little bit of bingo, which my grandmother loves her bingo.
Yep.
That was part of that art project, I think, that Yvette and Abby were talking about.
Looks like it.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Oh, neat. And I always think I'm not very creative. So at least that's what I say to myself. I'm not very creative, so I could never do that.
The horticulture.
Yeah. There's the succulents.
Yeah. A little bit of Chick-fil-A, can't go wrong with that.
Great.
Oh, that must, I wonder if probably at the outing, the horticulture center. Yeah.
Yeah. Very fun.
Very fun.
Lots of fun things.
Let's see what we got. Oh, a little bit more art. Love that.
All right.
AG Rhodes. And it looks like we are next to a little bit of Jenga.
Yeah.
You never go wrong with the giant Jenga.
All right. Love Jenga.
And now we have our next two.
We have our next two
guests that are ready to come on.
All right.
Gentlemen, hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
How are you both doing today? Why don't you kind of introduce yourselves, and then we can have a great little chat.
My name is Austin. Here at AT Rhodes.
Awesome, Austin. And sir?
And I'm Willie Barnett.
Willard, nice to meet you, sir.
All right. Well, thanks so much for being on, being willing to chat with us. We are just wanting to hear about your experience this week. What did you like? What did you learn about yourself? What did you learn about each other?
Whoever wants to jump into it.
I really enjoyed the experience. I became a child of 11 children. I have several nieces and nephews, and he reminded me so much of my nephews. I'm really proud of all of my nephews. So it had been kind of lonely without being involved with young people. Although I'm not saying that the older people are not
cool. They're cool. Yes.
I enjoy younger kids because I learned a lot from them. And he's a very intelligent young man, and I'm very proud of it.
That's awesome.
He was one of my nephews and grandsons.
Oh, wow. You can't get better than that, can you?
No.
That's amazing. Very cool. Austin, tell us about your experience.
I think that like coming into this, I first time doing this, a lot of people, if you just like explain to you what they were doing, they would think that it would be like a negative experience or it wouldn't be that interesting or fun. But actually this week has been a lot of fun and interesting things that we've done. And it's just been a great experience overall. And it's nice to do.
And Austin, kind of before you did this, did you have a certain idea or thought on what a nursing home was, or what, what maybe changed?
Yeah. I had, I guess it would say like the stereotypical negative thought about like homes like this, like HMOs and stuff. But I think that it's changed. It's at a 360, and that it's more of a positive viewpoint on nursing homes in general and how fun stuff, interesting things actually happen here.
That's awesome.
Interesting things do happen.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, that's really neat. And what had you decide to volunteer for this, Austin?
Well, so I need volunteer hours for my school, of course, to graduate, and this just happened to be one of those places that my mom has just told me about. And so I signed up for it and I just ended up here. And it's
That's awesome. That's so cool. And is this the first time you've done the week here with the camp and the volunteers, or have you done this before, Willard, in the past?
No, this is my first week.
Okay. And Willard, how about you? Is this the first time you've participated in this event?
Yes, this is my first time. I've been here a couple of years, but this is the first.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think the last couple of years it was tough with COVID and the other things. So this is the first year coming back for
Correct.
this event. So fantastic. All right. So Kim, do we have another pair? Or do we want to go to the big room?
Why don't we go to the big room?
All right.
So
Austin and Willard, thank you so much for having a great week. Thank you, Austin and Willard, for sharing, your experience. It's really powerful as we begin to shift that. I think you said it best, Austin, that narrative, that vision of what, aging is. And Austin and Willard, do you have any advice for either young or older people at all that you'd like to share?
The advice that I have for the younger generation is to listen, because you learn so much from listening. Not just hearing, but from listening. You got to listen to hear.
Yes,
So
sir.
you have to be positive in your thoughts, be positive in your thinking, and things work out pretty good. I've been around a number of years, and I've been a pretty positive individual. So
Yes, sir. I think that's
in the years as I've been here.
I think that's well said.
great. That's so
His birthday this week.
It's birthday. Well, happy birthday.
yes, happy birthday.
Thank you.
And Austin, do you have any advice for some, kids around your own age that are kind of curious or, want to know more?
I think that they should definitely seek out the volunteering experience, and that it'll definitely help them become better people, and just overall, they will probably enjoy it and have a good time. And this is something that I would recommend.
Fantastic. Well, thank you both. I love the advice from both of you, Willard. Love to listen and to hear. I think that's fantastic. So thank you for sharing that. And Kim, we're going to move us over to the big room.
Okay.
All right. So we're so lucky that Kim's on the other end there
Yes.
so that we can show you. This is the big room. These are all the folks. I think some people are still outside eating.
Hi, Kim. Hi, everyone. Hi.
Say hi. Hi, everybody. Hey, everybody. Everybody's in the picture. Everybody's in the picture.
Everybody's in the picture. And so today's a little bit of a celebration, right? The end of the camp. You're having a barbecue. What's happening here?
Yes, we are. We are just finishing up a cookout.
Oh, cookout.
Ah, cookout.
So for anybody that's just joining us, this is from AG Rhodes in Atlanta. They are doing their week-long volunteer with older adults and teenagers, where they do a bunch of different engagement activities, field trips and so forth. And they are celebrating with a annual cookout. And Pebble Tossers is a huge component of what and why they're doing this.
Yeah. And if you have any interest in learning more, I believe we have the banners at the top with their addresses.
Yes, we do.
Their email address or their website addresses. Good golly, I definitely need coffee. So you can reach out to them and learn more about this program. And this is such an important thing to, as Kim put it earlier, we have more in common than we have differences. And who do we have with us here, Kim?
Well, Miss Oates is back here in the room.
Hi.
Melissa, come say hi to Pebble Tossers. We got Miss Mitchell over here, Miss Minnie.
Yeah, they're still involved in their activity.
Oh, we don't want to disrupt that, Ben.
Yeah, we don't.
You're an expert now? Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Maybe you can teach me because I'm terrible at it.
Here comes Miss Brown. Here comes Mr. Coleman.
Okay. And what did you all enjoy about the week? What was your favorite?
Tell them what you enjoyed about the week. All of it.
All of it. All right. I
All
like
of
it.
it.
I like it.
Well done.
Ms. Brown? Hi. Comes Ms. Brown.
Hello. I enjoyed being with the young people. I learned a lot, especially playing Uno.
That seems to be the recurring
Playing Uno.
theme.
And now I'm really curious because I don't know what the new rules of Uno are.
I know.
So,
I know.
but I want to know if the new rules of Uno involve cheating in any way.
Oh, that word was tossed around a lot earlier.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I thought. Yep, my brother was a big cheater in all all of the games. Well, it sounds like you all had a wonderful week. We're delighted that we could drop in on you
And highlight this.
Yeah, and really showcase the work that you are doing at all of you who are involved, as well as AG Rhodes and Pebble Tossers. And we need more of this across the United States and across the globe. So thank you for being part of what you're doing and sharing your experience with our audience.
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you all.
Being a teacher again, being with all the young people. Being a teacher. And that was happy times.
That's great.
What a wonderful thing. So it brought back memories and it just helped you feel comfortable and confident in teaching.
Yeah, and I've always believed that surrounding yourself with young people all the time keeps you young, keeps you fresh, keeps you knowledgeable about the new world.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the world is always changing, isn't it?
Changing, always. So you have to keep up with the young people.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
So well said.
Yeah.
So well said. Well, thank you all. And anybody else want to share any parting wisdom or words with, anyone, with our viewers and our audience?
We've got Miss Washington who just drove up.
Miss Washington, what can you share with us about your week?
My week has been wonderful. The students have been really great, and I think they learned a lot about senior citizens this week too.
All right.
Because I don't think we are, I think, are older than their parents, and as old as some of their grandparents. They are around older. But
right.
Now they've gotten a taste of what it is to be around seniors all the time.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, and how wonderful it is.
I didn't hear what she said. How wonderful it is. It really was wonderful, and it's like we have 2 feet that we can't walk on and 2 hands that we can't use sometimes to do for us with the young people here.
Well, that's wonderful.
That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Well,
yeah.
Kim, thank you for setting this all up and allowing us to play with this format of being able to do this live with a group of people. And we're so excited and really, truly, we are honored to know all of you. Thank you for letting us drop in and say hello and share your experience.
Yeah, thank you so much, Kim.
Thank you for letting us showcase what we've done and the fun week that we've had.
Absolutely. Yeah. We need more of this across the country. So yeah, this is fantastic. And yeah, what you guys are doing and the openness you all have is incredible.
Yep. So thank you. Have a great rest of your Friday. Enjoy your weekend and we'll catch you next year. Same thing next year. How's that?
Bye.
Bye.
Ooh. Wow.
That's amazing.
That was well done.
Just beautiful and so excited by what they're doing. And we just need more of it.
I think the idea of the volunteers with the high school and all those things, I think we've got to really get back to focusing on that. I think there's some things we can do both locally and statewide and nationally to really promote that. Because at least 2 of them had a different preconceived idea of what a nursing home was, but after their week, it changed.
Yes.
And I think the only way we're going to change the stigma around aging and nursing homes or assisted livings or memory cares or whatever it may be is that we, I guess, invite and encourage and explore earlier than when we need it.
Absolutely. And we recently, interestingly, had a Forbes contributor author reach out to us and ask for anyone we knew who was doing something like this.
Right.
So, and especially with live-in daycare within
Yep.
either not live-in, sorry,
but daycare connected to
daycare
it. Yeah.
connected,
Mhm.
and just kind of growing up from a young age. And I think there's just so many opportunities. And
Correct.
boy, do we need help in the senior care space from all walks of life, all
Correct.
different levels. And so this is such a great start to show youth that it's a fun place to be.
Well, I also think too that it starts to reshape what aging is, senior living is, right? Because I still think in what we have today, the models we have today, we're going to be relevant in 10, 15, 20 years from now. They're going to continue to have to evolve, whatever that evolution is.
It's like the game of Uno.
Oh boy.
The game of Uno has evolved. We're evolving too.
So,
the whole model. So
yeah.
what a fun show
What
today.
a great show.
Yep.
We've got more back to our traditional format next Friday. I will say that. So, but stay tuned. We want to do some different formats that are highlighting this. So if you're doing something similar, you have an incredible volunteer show, we can help navigate you. Even if you're in Florida, New York, California, we can help you set up your cameras so that we can do this similar thing for you all and explore and highlight the uniqueness that we all have as we age.
Put a spotlight on what you're doing. That's really what we want to do, because it's a bright spot.
Why don't we end with a little bit of the collab that's coming up here?
All right. So Collaboration in Aging is coming up in, 2 months.
2 months. Not fast at
I
all,
know.
is it?
We're taking a breath here. 2 months, September 27th and 28th in Denver, Colorado. If you haven't heard of it, go to our website. We have the most incredible content, and we are not the typical senior care conference. The content you're going to find here is very different, very interactive, very action oriented, and we attract innovators. So if you're an innovator, this is the show for you.
I will say too, this is applicable knowledge that can be used immediately. This is not going to be just rote lectures and discussions. This is going to be an uncomfortableness about it that's going to evoke a true sense of at least thought-provoking ideas for you to walk away from, but then also hopefully from there begin to create that first action step that begins to shift and shape how we view where we're going next.
Yep. So join us. If you haven't already registered, go register. If you want to sponsor,
collaborationinaging.com, and we will see everybody next Friday. Until then, be kind, go out, and pay it forward.